Hey guys, welcome to my first video on this 6 Samurai Primer. Introduction to my deck of 6 Samurai. It has the generic shell, but I like my extra deck package slightly different because of my playstyle and my need to summon Trishola. Alright, so first off we have one copy of Shien Squire, one Fuma, 2 Flynt Lady, 3 Kagekis, 2 Shinais, 2 Mizuhos, Ash Blossom, 1 Hatsume, 3 Kizans, 3 Kizarus, 1 Legendary Secret of the 6 Samurai, 1 Grandmaster, 1 Nibiru, 1 Rhoda, 3 Smoke Signals, 1 D.D.R, 1 Moon Mirror Shield, 1 Living Fossil, 1 Durendal, 1 Temple, 3 6 Samurai Uniteds, 1 Gateway, 3 Dojos, and 2 Crossout Designators. For the extra deck, I have Notoria Beast, Bargion, Trishola, number 75, Daigusto Emerald, Shadow of the 6 Samurai, number 86, number 60, Isolde, Crystalline, 2 of the Battle Shoguns, a Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Scoldred, and 1 Appaloosa. So to go why I chose the number of cards of each of these, the monsters are pretty straightforward. I play 2 Shinai and 2 Mizuho. Some people just play 2-1 or 1-2. I like playing 4 of these because I like going into a 4 material number 75. I played 2 Flynt Lady. You could probably cut one of these for a Flynt. I'm running only 4 equip. Some people run 5. Some people run the Bamboo Suite, but I just like running these 4. These are the pretty standard 4 equip cards that you run. They're pretty good all on their own too, so that's a bonus. The only reason why I'm running 1 Ash and 1 Nibiru is because I'm only running 2 crossouts. Some people run 3 and run an Impermanence or a Max C, but at the moment when I made this deck, I only had enough material for 2 the crossouts, so I invested into the Ash Blossom and the Nibiru. These are the 2 cards that are mainly Nibiru, but will interrupt you and just end your turn. Max C is not really a problem because if they Max C you, then you're just gonna deck them out, unless they draw a Nibiru or a timely Ash Blossom. Effect Veiler will get you 2, but not much people run Effect Veiler. So I like running 3 Uniteds. You could cut probably a United for another crossout and run an Impermanence to make this deck slightly better, but I was on a budget when I made this deck and it just seemed to work. I like running the 1 Temple because it just gives me another card to add Bushido. Every now and then it does come up where the monster's attack of your opponents will matter and you just want to lower it. And then for their extra deck, Markion and Beast is pretty straightforward, just 2 lockdown cards. Trishola is mainly here for non-targetable cards, so I could just banish them off the field and not worry too much about it. You are able to loop Trishola 3 times in this deck. If you run another Daigusto, then you could just empty out their whole hand, but why go throughout the time when you could just lock them out? You run 1 number 75. Its sole purpose is to get 3 to 4 Exceeds material on there, and then just attach it to your number 86. And number 86 is here, just so that your opponent can't normal summon or special summon. You will use the 5 material effect every now and then, but most of the time it's just making sure that your opponent doesn't special or normal summon. They could still set, but Most decks don't play set and go, so you're pretty much having them locked there. Daigusto is here to recycle Trishola, Scoldred. Every now and then it will recycle a Battle Shogun too. Shadow is here for just Bushido counters, and it's just another monster so that you could just go into your Scoldred or Appaloosa that much easier. Number 60, the two main effects that we're going to be using are the Draw 2 or the Special Summoned. We're probably never going to go for this third effect. I don't even know what the third effect does. You can read it on the screen here, but most of the time we're going for the Draw 2 to find another Bushido counterpiece or a Shinai or a Mizuho. And then the Special Summon one is here so that you can probably special summon a Kizaru to grab one of the Shinai or Mizuho, or to special summon just basically a level 3 monster most of the time. If it's level 4, then you're gonna get always Kizaru. Isolde is pretty straightforward. Most of the time when we search for our warrior card, it's gonna be Kizan. Every now and then you'll just search for your Hatsume so that you can discard it, just so that you have some sort of protection. When you special summon, we have 4 equip cards, so you can special summon up to level 4. Most of the time, if it's level 4, it's going to be the Kizaru. If it's level 3, then it's going to be the Hatsume. Every now and then, you'll have 2 equip cards in your hand, and you'll special out the Fuma, just so that you could get another 6 Samurai for your gateway. One Crystron to make sure that for some reason, if we don't get Dojo, we'll special summon out the Shien with the effect. If we do happen to have the Shien in our hand, we'll go ahead and special summon the Fuma. And a great bonus to that too, if you already have Gateway on the field, it will give you 2 more Bushido counters. Battle Shogun is pretty straightforward. Most of the time you're discarding the Kizan that you get from Isolde. Unicorn is here to recycle your Trishola and your Scoldred. And every now and then you'll just bounce one of your opponent's card and just attack. Sometimes you don't need to get fancy. You just go for the win. Scoldred, we will be always using this 4 material effect here. We will never go into 3 material because we want the draw 4. Every time when I use Scoldred, the draw 4, I make sure that I'm using my gateway to take cards out of my deck and make my hand a little better. Drawing into one of these Bushido cards are the best. Every now and then you'll just have your gateway and you need another one just to go infinite. And then Appaloosa is just straight up negate. It's the last it's the first monster that we summon for our main board, which is going to be Appaloosa, number 86 with 6 or 7 exceed materials. Then it's going to be Beast and Barkion. Some people run Abyss Dweller. You could probably, it's pretty tight. If you don't run Trishola, you probably run Abyss Dweller. And Abyss Duel will be part of that last board too, so it'll be 5 monsters. But I like just running this 4. I find that Abyss Dweller is kind of overkill. Right, and so with Dojo, most of the time we're going to be special summoning this Shien Squire. Every now and then, if we have 2 of these out, we'll get it to 3, and then we'll special summon out one of our level 3 monsters, either Shinai or Mizuho, or the Hatsume to get the Shinai or Mizuho. These are very key, these 2 right here, because they have the infinite loop with them to either deck out your opponent if they max you, or to get infinite counters. In paper and online, you do have a time limit, so you just get enough to comfortable, like probably 15 to 20 Bushido counters across the whole field total, and then you could just go off from there. You might even need less if you have more Bushido counter cards. Cross out is mainly here, for these 2. Alright, and for D.D.R, most of the time, if you do use Hatsume, we'll be banishing probably our 2 Kagekis, but sometimes I'll banish Kageki and Kizaru. That way I can D.D.R by the Kizaru. For Moon Mirror Shield, it's really good because if it's in your starting hand, you can equip it to a monster, and after you link summon with it, you just pay the 500 and then put it to the bottom or top of your deck. Most of the time it doesn't matter because when you play this card, you'll be playing Isolde and you're going to search anyway, so your deck will be shuffled. Living Fossil is just a monster reborn for level 4 monsters. Most of the time you'll be special summoning the Kizaru. And Infernable Arms, Durendal, you'll be getting... You could get either a Firefront Lady or Mizuho. If you have Shinai, then you'll be searching for the Mizuho. If you have the Mizuho and the Shinai on the field, and you just need something else, you'll probably search out a Firefront Lady and special summon one of your other 6 samurais. So this is the main board that we're trying to achieve. It's also going to be Gateway and one or more Bushido counter cards. And then your Appaloosa will always be in the extra monster zone. And then number 86 with 6 or more material. Usually I do 7 just because you can. Naturia Beast and Naturia Barkion. With this setup, you're pretty much going to be negating everything that your opponent will be doing. For the next videos, we'll be going over how to achieve this with the numerous variants of hands that you are dealt. Surprisingly, most hands can get you to this through it pivoting with Daigusto or the Unicorn. This will be able to be achieved. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.